Mickey 17 is another certified bong hit that cleverly uses the themes of human cloning, space colonization, and the human condition to bring a thought-provoking movie. I just watched Mickey 17 the other day, and here are my thoughts on the movie that are spoiler-free. This movie follows Mickey as he volunteers to be a human lab rat that can die over and over again and be reprinted over and over again for the scientific advancement of mankind as they are progressing towards colonizing an ice planet. But chaos ensues when the 17th iteration of Mickey that was left to die survives and comes back to find that his 18th iteration had been printed. I will say that I was most impressed with Robert Pattinson's acting, although we all know that he's come a long way since Twilight, given his roles in Batman and The Bird and The Boy and the Heron, but I do think that this movie does show his skills as an actor since he really nails the two different personalities, physicalities, and mannerisms of the two very different Mickeys. This is especially impressive compared to Theo James's recent performance in The Monkey, where you couldn't really even tell the two apart. Another great thing about this movie is how they push the concept of human cloning pretty far. They managed to weave it really well alongside the social and political commentary that Bong Joon-ho is famous for in his recent works. This movie definitely tackles heavy themes like self-discovery, the worth of human life, consumerism, classism, and even fascism, but it is presented in a much lighter tone compared to something like Parasite or Snowpiercer, but it does get the point more directly across. One of these direct hits that the movie takes is with Mark Ruffalo's character, Kenneth Marshall. Kenneth is part of the ultra-wealthy in both Earth and space, but instead of using his wealth to better the Earth, he decides to chase the dream of colonizing a new planet under his name. There might be a name that comes to mind after that brief description of him, but I really do feel that Kenneth is an amalgamation of different political figures in recent and past history. Even Bong Joon-ho has confirmed that he didn't make this movie with anyone in mind for Kenneth, but that everybody in the world will have different ideas of who Kenneth is meant to represent depending on their culture and background. Pacing-wise, I feel that it is another one of those movies where it was really close to being a snooze fest in the first act, kind of like Parasite if I'm being honest, but it does pick itself up after the inciting incident and runs full speed ahead with a really gripping story. Mickey 17 is a movie that juggles a lot of themes at the same time, but at the end of the day manages to land really gracefully and create a thought-provoking movie. This is not the perfect movie by any means. I would say I enjoyed this less than Parasite from what I've seen from Bong's work. There are problems with the plot where it feels a little rushed at the end, and characters who feel like they were just really convenient at times, but it doesn't stop Mickey 17 from delivering a movie that really has a resonant message about the value of human life in a day and age where it's starting to look more bleak out there.